Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. This is a video on daily news and editorial analysis which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express. So the most important news and editorial would be discussed in this session. So let's get started with the topic first. Today is 6th of August. The first topic is Earth Observation Satellite 3 to be launched soon. This is achievement for India. Second, Supreme Court stand in Pegasus snooping issues because a petition was filed in the Supreme Court by the senior journalist. So, what are the remarks from the Supreme Court? We'll see that. Third is Rajya Sabha passes three bill amid protest. We know that because of farm law and snooping that was done by the Pegasus software by the NSO, the monsoon session of the parliament is not functioning actually. The second last, Education Ministry data on dropouts from the reserve quotas. Some astonishing facts regarding this. And the last is an editorial, States of Food Insecurity. So this is an editorial from Indian Express. We'll understand what are the challenges regarding the food security in India. Apart from this, there would be some MCQ questions. These questions are based on current affairs that will help you in the upcoming prelims examination. And a small announcement that we'll be very soon having offline classes for the UPSC CSE 2022 and 2023. So the offline classes in Bhubaneswar is expected to start from 9th of August. The registration date is till 7th of August. You can register yourself by 7th of August. Talking about Calcutta, the tentative date for the offline classes is 16th of August, depending upon the government directives. For more details, you can refer to the contact number which is mentioned here, or you can visit our website also. And those of you who are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, do not forget to give thumbs up. Now starting the first news, Earth Observation Satellite to be launched soon, important for your General Studies Paper 3. Achievement of India in Science and Technology, Indigenization of Technology and Developing of New Technology. So these type of question is again very much relevant for the prelims examination, factual question from the science and tech questions. Now India Space and Research Organization जो ISRO है, उन्होंने recently decide किया that they would be launching Earth Observation Satellite EO3 on August 12. So this is the date that is being finalized, and these launch would take place from Satish Dhawan Space Centers, right? इसको शार के नाम से भी जाना जाता है. And this EO3 Earth Observation Satellite जो है is a state of art satellite that would be placed in the geosynchronous transfer orbit, जिसको GTO भी कहते हैं. No, these basic concept is important for you. GTO में ये इनको जाके place करेगी, which will be done by the GSLV FT, right? And the satellite would be reaching the final geostationary orbit using the onboard propulsion system. UPSC has already asked questions in the prelims examination about the rocket system, so do check it out. Now the 4-meter diameter ogive shape payload is fairing bound at the first time जब ये GSLV flight को use करें, right? So ogive shape is something which you have seen the shape of a bullet, right? So this is a ogive shape payload which will be fairing being blown for the first time in the GSLV flight. क्या क्या एडवांटेजेस होंगे इस तरह के सैटेलाइट के, स्पेसिफिकली टॉकिंग अबाउट इंडिया. So the EO3, the Earth Observation Satellite 3, is a state-of-art aggregate satellite that will enable the real-time monitoring of natural disasters. If there is a natural disaster that is about to happen, we can get a prior information. Water bodies की monitoring, crops, forest cover changes, among others, are some of the main real-time monitoring that would be done by this satellite. And EOS3 जो है is capable of imaging the whole country 4 to 5 times a day. So you can see the capacity, the level of advancement that we have done in the science and technology. So this is the image. As you can see the EO3 satellite that is about to launch on 12th of August. Now the other news, Supreme Court stand in Pegasus snooping issues. Important for your General Studies Paper 2, Structure, Organization and Functions of Executive and Judiciary. So this type of question is very important for your opinion based answer Also, those of you who are appearing for interview this year, this type of question is very, very much relevant, right? So make sure you have your own thought process, your own concepts that you need to clear before you answer these questions. So the Supreme Court has recently made it clear that considering the fact that the snooping was done, Supreme Court has made a remark that truth has to come out. जो सच्चाई है वो बाहर आने की ज़रूरत है in the Pegasus snooping issues. So this was being said by the Supreme Court bench, which was headed by the Chief Justice of India. So the bench was headed by CJI, Mr. N.V. Ramana, and he said that government has issued Israeli-based technology spying on civilian, which is actually not allowed. Civilian के अलावे इसमें journalists, ministers, parliamentary and other activities were there. So the Supreme Court said that there is no doubt that this is a serious issue, and they said that if the news reports from the other Reuters and other the Wire, which they have reported the potential threat, if this is true, this is something which threatens the core idea of democracy. Now, डायरेक्शंस टू द पिटिशनर, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अपने डायरेक्शंस में पिटिशनर से कहा था, दो इंपॉर्टेंट पिटिशनर्स हैं. एक तो एन राम, ही इज अ चीफ एडिटर ऑफ द हिंदू विच यू आर रीडिंग डेली. द अदर इज एडिटर गिल्ड ऑफ इंडिया एंड 5 जर्नलिस्ट दे वर बीइंग टारगेटेड बाय द स्पाईवेयर. उनके पास उनकी जो पिटिशन की कॉपी थी, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा कि आप ये पिटिशंस की कॉपी अटॉर्नी जनरल के ऑफिस में भी लगाइए और सॉलिसिटर जनरल ऑफिस में भी लगाइए, सो दैट they can have their idea that what actually you want the informations, right? And the court did not issue any formal notice to the government. अभी भी कोर्ट ने कोई formal notice issue नहीं किया. Once the steps, the other procedure has been done, Supreme Court will definitely take its course of action that is required. टेलीग्राफ एक्ट की बात की गई है. सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जो चीफ जस्टिस हैं उन्होंने कहा सम पार्ट्स ऑफ द पिटिशन हैव एक्सपैंडेड द स्कोप ऑफ प्ली दैट इज बियॉन्ड द पेगासस इश्यूज. जो चैलेंजेस हैं ऑथोराइजेशन ऑफ इंसेप्शन दैट इज प्रोवाइडेड अंडर द टेलीग्राफ एक्ट, ये गवर्नमेंट को एम्पावर करती है कि वो सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट्स में किसी लोगों की, किसी के इंडिविजुअल की, जो इंडिविजुअल नेशनल सिक्योरिटी के लिए थ्रेट है, उसकी स्नूपिंग कर सकती है, उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग्स कर सकती है, उसकी सर्वेलेंस कर सकती है. Now the court has asked that these targets were not why this target were not taken the criminal actions, right? जो टारगेट्स थे उनको अपने खिलाफ जो टारगेट्स की गई, जो स्नूपिंग की गई, उनके लिए उनको क्रिमिनल एक्शंस फाइल करने की जरूरत थी, राइट? सो दिस इज द कोर्ट हैज नोटेड दिस इज बियॉन्ड स्नूपिंग, दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज वायलेशन ऑफ द टेलीग्राफ एक्ट एज वेल. नाउ एनएसओ ग्रुप ने एक प्ली में यूएस में क्या कहा है, दिस इज जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड, बेसिकली वर्ल्ड वाइड इसकी बातें चल रही है. तो रिस्पॉन्स समथिंग विच इज़ रिक्वायर्ड. वेरीफाइबल मटेरियल की बात की गई. जो फॉरेन न्यूज़पेपर्स हैं उन्होंने अपने अपने जो लॉयर्स हैं उनके थ्रू रिपोर्ट करने की कोशिश की गई. एन राम ने, जो हिंदू के एडिटर इन चीफ है, ही हैज़ टेल द कोर्ट दैट द कैलिफोर्निया हैज़ रिकॉर्डेड द पेगासस स्पाइवेयर ओनली शोड टू द गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज. Pegasus has also said, no, Pegasus, I mean by NSO. NSO is an organization which is the parent organization of the Pegasus spyware. और NSO का कहना है कि वो अपने सॉफ्टवेयर सिर्फ और सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट ऑथोराइज जो स्टेट्स होते हैं, आई मीन जो रूलिंग गवर्नमेंट होती है, उनको सेल करती है और किसी भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को सेल नहीं करती है. देन गवर्नमेंट इज सेइंग दैट वी हैव नॉट डन स्नूपिंग इन इंडिया. देन हु इज डन द स्नूपिंग? हु इज देयर बिहाइंड द पोटेंट थ्रेट that is underlining in India? So the US court has rejected the plea by NSO, जहाँ पे sovereignty immunity की बात की गई है. एंड WhatsApp ने भी कहा है कि NSO has used its platform जहाँ पे almost 1400 users को target किया गया है via missed call or any other messages, right? So these are something which is there, and for you it is important to understand कि अगर snooping और spyware पे कोई questions हैं, so you have to touch that background also. Now, Rajya Sabha passes 3 bill amid protest. So this is important for your general studies paper 2. Parliament and state legislature, function and conduct of businesses, power, privileges and issues arising from. So recently, the ongoing monsoon session in the Parliament has passed 3 important bills. The 3 important bills include the Essential Defence Services Bill 2021, the Commissions for Air Quality Management, and third is कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब ऑर्डर अमेंडमेंट बिल 2021. ये 3 इंपॉर्टेंट बिल हैं जिनको भारी प्रोटेस्ट के बीच में भी पार्लियामेंट में पास की गई। So, what are the features of that important bill that were passed? I'm not getting into the in depth of any of the bill because we had a discussion in our other initiatives as well, like PIB, PRS, and Fortnite Current Affairs. Do check it out. I'm just telling you the brief of the important features of this bills. So, अगर बात करें essential services, डिफेंस सर्विसेज बिल की, जो प्रोहिबिट करती है स्ट्राइक करने के लिए वर्कर्स को इन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड मेंटेनेंस ऑफ डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट्स, राइट। सो इसमें ये बिल को पास की गई है। नाउ दिस एम्पावर इट। नाउ द कमीशंस फॉर एयर क्वालिटी मैनेजमेंट नेशनल कैपिटल रीजन, मैंने कल भी इसके बारे में डिस्कस किया है, उसको स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी बनाने की बात की गई है, जो कि हैंडल करेगी एनसीआर, जो नेशनल कैपिटल रीजन है दिल्ली की, उसके आसपास के इलाकों के लिए। एंड पेनाल्टी वुड ऑल्सो बी इम्पोज फॉर द फार्मर। बेसिकली जो पेनाल्टी रखी गई थी स्टेबल बर्निंग के लिए, उसको डीक्रिमिनलाइज किया गया है। एंड देयर इज अ लॉट मोर डिबेट दैट इफ दिस इज डीक्रिमिनलाइज, then the farmer would be motivated to burn a lot more crop. So let's understand how this would functions. The third is the upper house also passed the constitutional scheduled tribe order amendment bill, which amend the list of STs in Arunachal Pradesh. जितने भी scheduled tribes अरुणाचल प्रदेश में, उनके लिस्ट को अपडेट की जाएगी अपोजिशंस के प्रोटेस्ट के मुताबिक। So the three bill were passed after a brief discussions. We know that the ongoing protest on the Pegasus issue and the farm protest, the government basically जितने भी oppositions हैं, they are not coordinating the government, and definitely this is the time when opposition has to take its stand, and they are taking it concisively and talking about the other efforts that need to be made in। यहाँ पे कुछ basically एक government की तरफ से भी एक setup होने की ज़रूरत है, where they can establish a forum, they can have a direct talk with the opposition, and they understand that this is the only dialogue that will help to maintain the stability and peace in the parliament and make the parliament functions, because disruption of parliament has led to the wastage of public exchequer's monies, because whatever we are paying as a taxpayer is only being spent, और करोड़ों रुपीस spent होती है हर दिन के parliament के expenses, right? So this has to also be to be understood. Now, education ministry data on dropouts from the reserve quotas. कुछ reserve quotas के जो students हैं, जो dalits हैं, जो ST, SCs हैं, उनके बारे में कुछ reports हैं जो Ministry of Education ने दिए हैं, and these are really very astonishing. You will be surprised to know that why the student leave and they just drop out from the universities. So issues related to development and management of education. So according to Education Ministry data, nearly 63% of undergraduate dropouts from the top 7 Indian Institute of Technology. ये कोई और इंस्टीट्यूट नहीं है, ये IITs है टॉप की, इंडिया की टॉप मोस्ट यूनिवर्सिटीज़ हैं, राइट। पिछले 5 साल के डेटाज में बताएगी ये किस तरह से जो रिजर्व कैटेगरी के स्टूडेंट हैं उन्होंने ड्रॉप आउट किया है। सो क्या क्या फाइंडिंग है? नियरली 40% जो ड्रॉप आउट स्टूडेंट है, दे आर फ्रॉम द शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट or the scheduled tribe. In some institutions, the ST-SC was higher than 72%, right? So this is something which is very important and very important concerns for government of India, because at a time where government want to strengthen this community, but at the same time, this is the harsh reality. This indicates that those who drop out with the elite program disproportionately belong to the disadvantaged group. और ये भी बताई गई है कि only half of the undergraduate intake in the IITs are from the reserve categories, while 23% are from the ST and SC communities. So this is an infograph that will help you understand किस तरह से number of dropouts और number of reserve categories हैं। गुवाहाटी की बात करें, यहाँ 25 dropouts हैं, this is 88% of the reserve category. Delhi में 29, this is 76% of the total reserve category. So do not get confused, this number depend upon the seats allocation, accordingly the percentage is being made. मद्रास में 10 लोगों की ड्रॉप आउट हुई है, यहाँ पे 70% है रिजर्व कैटेगरीज की। कानपुर में 41, which is almost 61% of the reserve category. खड़गपुर 79, this is 60% of the reserve categories. रीजंस बताई गई है, क्या क्या ड्रॉप आउट्स के रीजंस हैं। बेसिकली जो वैसे STs हैं, आदिवासीज हैं, people from the SC communities, they have a long argued student that community face higher level of pressures and discrimination in the institution. So this was claimed, this was being observed on the report, और एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर ने कहा है that the dropouts were mainly on the account of securing seats and other department institution choice of their personal ground, right? So these were some of the important reasons for the dropouts. Now, गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से क्या इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप्स लिए गए सो दैट दीज पीपल इनरोलमेंट कैन बी देयर एंड दे शुड कंटिन्यू देयर स्टडीज. सो गवर्नमेंट ने कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट मेजर्स लेते हुए फी रिडक्शंस की हैं, इंस्टीट्यूशंस में स्कॉलरशिप्स दी हैं, priority access to the national level scholarship to aid the student with poor financial background to pursue their education. So government is doing, but definitely we have to understand more on the administrative functioning so that these people would be comfortable to study for such long duration. स्टैटिस्टिक्स ऑफ ड्रॉप आउट की बात करें, मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी स्टैटिक्स बता दी है, बट दिस इज टू टेल यू दैट ऑलमोस्ट आईआईटी गुवाहाटी की सबसे वर्स्ट रिकॉर्ड रही है. Almost 3/4 of the dropout is from the ST/SC communities. More than half of the dropout is from IIT Delhi, right? And 76% of the dropouts is from the unreserved categories. और analysis जो की गई है that is from the 7 IIT and the top 10 National Institute of Ranking Framework. ये सारी चीज़ों से यहाँ पे भी पता चलती है. Now the other news, state of food insecurity. This is an editorial from Indian Express. This is written by Vaishali Bansal. She is a scholar at Center for Economic Studies and Planning at Jawaharlal Nehru University. So this editorial is important for your topic number 2 in the Gender Studies paper. Welfare schemes for the vulnerable section of the population by the center and the state and their performances of the scheme. So under this editorial, there are 5 important subtopics that you need to understand. First is the state of food security and nutritional report, the world report that is being published. Stock of food grain in the country, global indicators of food insecurity, about PMSFI और way forward क्या है. तो पूरी एडिटोरियल की थीम है फूड इनसिक्योरिटी और किस तरह से हमारे कंट्री में एक सफिशिएंट फूड सिक्योरिटी होने के बावजूद भी, जो सेरल्स हैं उसके स्टॉक्स होने के बावजूद भी, जितने भी ज़रूरत की चीज़ें वो स्टॉक्स ऑलरेडी है, फिर भी इंडिया इज़ अ वर्ल्ड हाईएस्ट malnourished country. So let's understand the background. India was the home to the world largest number of undernourished people before the COVID-19. Why I'm telling you before COVID-19? Because COVID-19 has become an excuse for the present government, because they say that whatever has been done was because of COVID-19. But the harsh reality is that we were witnessing some of the worst indicators before COVID-19, right? So you have to consider that in mind, that everything worst that has happened was actually before the COVID-19. So the latest editions of State of Food Security and Nutrition in the World, इस रिपोर्ट के मुताबिक जो जॉइंटली पब्लिश की गई थी बाय द यूनाइटेड नेशन इन जुलाई, रिवील किया है कि पेंडेमिक एंड द फेल्यूर is a part of the government to combat in its efforts. And इसमें significantly release हुई है. ये basically जो hunger और food insecurity है वो country में काफ़ी ज़्यादा बढ़ी है, एक significant number of increase हुई है, and this has nothing to do with the pandemic, right? Now the state of food security and nutrition in the world report है, उसमें data ये present की गई है कि जो prevalence moderate to severe food insecurity है that has rose up to 6.8%. This was for 18 and 20. और absolute terms में बात करें, so number of people facing moderate to severe insecurity has increased up to 9.7 crore since the outbreak of the COVID-19. Irony ये है, it has happened when government has unprecedented 100 metric ton, almost 100 million tons of food grain which is stored in the godowns, but at the same time we have the people who are not adequately getting this foods. So what is problem when we have stocks? Why our people, our citizen is not getting sufficient food? We have to definitely seek this, and Prime Minister need to intervene in this. That what is a problem? Why there is a implementation? What are the failure? What are the loopholes that need to be rectified? Right? Stocks of grains की अगर बात करें, the country with the largest stock grain in the world, 120 million tons of food grain है. ये जो data है that is from 1st July 2021. और अभी भी वी हैव द क्वार्टर्स ऑफ वर्ल्ड फूड इनसिक्योर पॉपुलेशंस. इंडिया की गोडाउन पूरी तरह से भरी हुई है, ओवरफ्लोइंग है, बट एट द सेम टाइम पीपल आर स्टार्विंग. दिस इज अ कंडीशंस विच इंडिया शुड नॉट हैव सीन, राइट? आफ्टर द ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन these problems should have also gone vanished. Now 270 37 to 37 crore people were grappling with the food insecurity, and this increased about 32 crore in 2019. साउथ एशिया में अलोन 36% तक ग्लोबल फूड इनसिक्योरिटी देखी गई है. कुछ ग्लोबल इंडिकेटर्स की अगर बात करें फूड सिक्योरिटी, तो इसमें फूड सिक्योरिटी में सबसे पहले जो रिपोर्ट पेश की गई थी एसओएफआई के द्वारा, उसमें प्रिवलेंस ऑफ अंडर नरिशमेंट की बात की गई है. दो इंपॉर्टेंट इंडिकेटर्स हैं, एक तो पीओयू है और दूसरी है प्रिवलेंस ऑफ मॉडरेट सीवियर फूड इनसिक्योरिटी. पीएमएफएसआई के बारे में आपको आगे डिटेल में बताऊंगा. बात करें पीओयू की, दिस इज एन एस्टिमेट दैट इज अ प्रपोर्शन ऑफ पीपल सफरिंग फ्रॉम क्रोनिक डेफिशिएंसी. ऐसे लोग जो क्रोनिक डेफिशिएंसी ऑफ कैलोरी से डिपेंड करते हैं, उनकी मेजरमेंट प्रिवलेंस ऑफ अंडर नरिशमेंट में की जाती है. And PO is an estimate based on the per capita supply food distributions. जो पैरामीटर है that is estimated using the National Consumption Survey. Now let's understand what is PMSFI. So यहाँ पे basically जो estimation है that is based on the data collected through the survey attempt to capture the people experience of food insecurity. How does people feel? Food insecurity के बहुत सारे reasons है. लोगों को खाना ना मिलना, people sleep without the food, the hardship to they get food is again a question, a definition of food insecurity in India. So PMFI की जो estimate है that sees that the outbreak of pandemic, Indian government did not undertake any official food insecurity in the country. अभी भी गवर्नमेंट के पास कोई डेटा नहीं है कितने माइग्रेंट लेबर्स की जॉब चली गई, how many people feel infected, how many people have died because of the food insecurity. These data are not available with the government, right? So PMFI जो की जो estimates है वो काफ़ी important है इस टाइम पे जब हमारे पास गवर्नमेंट की कोई डेटा नहीं है. And it says that 43 crores to moderate food insecure people are there in the country. And as a result of pandemic related disruption, this has increased to 52 crore in 1 year, right? And the terms of prevalence rate moderate to severe insecurity की बात करें, जहाँ पे ये 31.6% हुआ करती थी 2019 में, this has increased to 38.4% in 2011. And just to tell you, these are not government data, but this is a moderate and severe food insecurity prevalence data which we have. Now, what is the way forward? Definitely the situation is very concerning in the country. The Prime Minister has to intervene in this. And despite the self-sufficient production in the country, many people do not have access to food. They are dying because of hunger and food insecurity. And there's a sharp increase in the food insecurity in the country. The urgent need is just to establish a regular monitoring food situations, जहाँ पे यूनिवर्सल एक्सेस ऑफ फूड जो पब्लिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम है उसको करने की ज़रूरत है during this pandemic, because many people do not have an options to sustain their livelihood because people do not have job. They have the job loss during the pandemic. So everyone, irrespective of their ration card, they should be provided the subsidized food grain. Government although have extended the food grain subsidy till November. Now with almost 120 million tons of food grain lying, the government is required almost no additional resources because we already have the food grain which is stockpiled and it is rotting. The people is not actually consuming it, right? So this is how you can conclude your answer in the way forward. Now moving to the MCQ questions. Before I proceed with the question, just to tell you the answers of yesterday question. For the first question, the correct option is C. For the second question also, the correct option is C. Today's MCQ of the day. Consider the following statement with regards to Quad grouping. It is a four-nation alliance of India, Australia, and Russia. It aims to safeguard the interest of the Indo-Pacific and Asia challenges. Right? So, which is the correct option? A, B, C, or D? Right? So, do let me know which among the following is the correct option. Now, moving to the second questions. Consider the following statement regarding the Malabar exercise. It is an annual trilateral exercise between the navies of India, Japan, and USA. The exercise held alternatively in the Indian and Pacific Ocean. So which among the following is the correct option? Do let me know in the comment section down below. So this was all about the daily news and editorial analysis followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, do let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much for listening.